Hello, and I welcome you to the Basics Explained.
Have you ever thought about who runs the internet? Who controls the internet worldwide? You might think that internet service providers like Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon control the internet. But this isn't true. If one company stops providing internet service, there are other companies that can take its place. You might also think that our government controls the internet. But this isn't true either. At most, the government can remove a few Facebook posts or block a few websites. But these blocks can be easily bypassed. And this does not amount to control over the internet worldwide. Finally, you might think that companies like Google, Facebook, and YouTube control the internet because they have the largest amount of data. But this isn't true either. You can build your own website, and these companies would not be able to interfere with it. So the question is, when you are building a website of your own, who is providing you the space to create the website on the internet? Is there a website that can tell you which website you can build and which website you cannot? In this video, I'd like to tell you about the internet. The internet is an important tool in maintaining freedom and democracy worldwide. Countries like China and North Korea keep their citizens blocked off completely from certain websites. Some websites like Google, YouTube, and Facebook are permanently blocked there. This is because these governments want to brainwash their citizens in a particular way. Therefore, I think it's essential to understand how the internet works and what it is. This is what I'd like to tell you in this video. Who controls the internet? www.google.com. This is a URL or a link. Here, Google is called a domain name, while here, the .com is called a top-level domain. If you want to build your own website, you will need to buy a domain name. There are many companies that sell domain names, the largest of which is GoDaddy. You can go to GoDaddy.com to purchase a domain name for your website. Now the question is, who gave the authority to sell domain names to GoDaddy? Someone must have given them permission to do so. And if there's no one, then GoDaddy has become, in a way, the boss of the internet. It means that GoDaddy would be the one who sells domain names and decides who can own which website. However, this is not true. There is another authority above it. The name of this authority is ICANN, which stands for Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. It is a non-profit organization based in Los Angeles. You could say that ICANN is the top-level authority regarding the internet. It has the power to authorize websites like GoDaddy.com to sell domain names. ICANN decides which websites can sell domain names and which domain names can actually exist. For example, .com, .net, .org, and .gov are all top-level domain names that have been approved by ICANN. ICANN sells top-level domain names to companies such as VeriSign and PIR through bidding. These companies are called registries. A registry is an organization responsible for managing top-level domains, such as .com, .org, and .net. Registries maintain a master database of domain name registrations, and they are responsible for ensuring that each domain name is unique. You can go to the ICANN website to see which companies have purchased the different top-level domains. For example, .com and .net were purchased by VeriSign, and .org was purchased by Public Interest Registry, PIRR. Other than the registries, there are registrars, such as GoDaddy.com, as we already discussed earlier. The registrars sell both top-level domains and domain names managed by registries to individuals and organizations. Registrars are accredited by the ICANN. Now you are thinking that ICANN is the god of the internet? This cannot be said because the internet is a very decentralized network. You could consider it to be like a net. All the mobile phones and computers that are connected to the internet make up the internet. You could also refer to it as a server. Your mobile phones and computers act as data centers and servers, connected to each other through wires and transmitting information across the network. Huge underwater cables have been laid worldwide across the continents. That connects computers worldwide to one another, which makes up the internet. Now, you might ask, how does the internet work on my mobile phone if it's not connected to any cable? Mobile phones operate through mobile towers that offer 3G and 4G, which do not have an extremely wide range. Your mobile phone will only have a 3G or 4G signal when you are close to a mobile tower. If you move a little further away, the signal will disappear. This is because the mobile phone towers are actually connected to wires. These wires are eventually connected to other wires that are connected to the internet worldwide. You can easily understand this on the map. Many large wires came to the United States. These wires spread out in different directions and reached different areas in the United States. This is how the internet reached different parts of the country. In a way, you could say that the company that laid down these wires holds a huge amount of significant power because it is supplying the internet to many different places. Secondly, you could say that the companies that lay down cables on land to help the internet reach every household hold a huge amount of significant power. They do this by connecting these wires to the main cable and connecting your computers to the internet worldwide. They are called ISPs, which stand for Internet Service Providers. These would be companies like Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon that supply internet to your homes. Yes, they do hold significant power. These ISPs can block certain websites upon the direction of the government. However, they do not hold sufficient power to control a lot of things. You can use VPNs to overcome the blockages of the ISPs. What is an IP address? Just like every mobile phone has a number from which you can call another mobile phone, similarly, every device that is connected to the internet has an IP address. It may be your computer, your smartphone, or any other server like a data center. If it is connected to the internet, it will have an IP address. Each website also has an IP address. For example, if you make a phone call to a number, the call goes to another phone, which you can talk on. Similarly, when you type an IP address in your browser, it goes to another server, and you are able to view the website of that server on your own computer. Now you could say that you type the domain name, not the IP address. The domain names are connected to the IP addresses. Actually, humans cannot read IP addresses because they are written in digits and numbers. So the domain name is a human-readable form of an IP address. When you type the domain name of a website in your browser, the thing that converts the domain name into the IP address is called a domain name server DNS. Sometimes internet service providers ISPs block certain websites from the domain name system DNS, so that when you type the domain name, it is not able to link it to the particular IP address. This means that the ISP's DNS is blocking you from reaching certain websites. To unblock these websites, you can use a public DNS. For example, you can use Google's DNS. You can change your DNS in your mobile or computer settings to begin using Google's DNS. Once you have changed your DNS, the blocked websites will be unblocked. Using a VPN is another way to unblock websites. So let us revert to our original question, who controls the internet? To whom does it belong? The correct answer to this would be that it belongs to nobody and belongs to everybody. The internet runs only when it is a decentralized system. If you wish to buy a part of the internet, if you wish to own it, you can only do it when you build a website of your own. How can we build a website? Anyone can build a website. Just buy your own domain name. Then you need to buy a server where your website can be stored. Now you could point out that I had stated that your mobile phones and your computers could also be servers. Yes, they could be, but they do not have enough processing power or space to store an entire website. Also, neither your computers nor your phones run 24/7. Only when your computers or phones run 24/7 will your website be available to users 24/7 on the internet. Large companies like Amazon Web Services have set up their data centers and huge servers, which are very secure. So what people generally do is go buy a server there to store their website. Then you will have to link your domain name to your server and publish your DNS. Now, think about it. You own a website. What if you could use your website like you use your hard drives or pen drives at home? Because the website provides you with storage space on a server. You can open your website on the internet whenever you are out somewhere and view the documents on the website, just like you view documents stored on a hard disk. The difference is that the world would not be able to access this website. Only you would be able to access it because it would have a username and password. So, you get your own website that you can use like a hard drive. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.